Welcome back to more Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm -0. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing all right. Well, we got a few things to do before we go into the war room. That is, first of all, level everybody up, or at least level our main people up. Enza will be pretty easy. We're just going to grab this. Quiet. Let's head over. Yeah, we'll level up Iron Bull if we ever use him. Let's see. Cassandra. Yeah, I could see us using her. Do we want to just go like this? She's really more of a taunter. There's this right here. I'm going to get this for Blackwall as well, which lets you give armor to your companions. Your nearby allies also get armor. That seems super useful. And then we're just going to go ahead and grab this for the Constitution bonus. And, you know, stamina and all that. So that's her. Let's get out of this. Let's go to Sera. She is super important. I really want the stuff that gives... Oh, I like that. I like that. Threat reduction. So that could be good. What about... I think some of this is... Yeah, I think for her, she's pretty powerful. Let's get this. You live in the darkness. Something... Yeah, you remain in stealth for a short time after attacking. This is what I want for her. Yeah, I was looking a little bit beforehand. Dorian, all of our mages need to get revival. That really hurt us in the fight against Alexius. I was really worried about it. So everybody's going to take the path down using at least 4 to get there. Barrier's not bad. Dispel or Mind Blast. I think Dispel's probably better. Down to Revival. Everybody's getting that as far as mages go. Blackwall, I like... Oh yeah, I was going to get him the same thing I got Cassandra. This guy. Super useful. 30% armor for people that don't have armor. If I'm reading that right. Hopefully it's not a waste. Vivian we haven't done yet, but we haven't used her. Solus can wait. Everybody else, you know what? We can wait. We also need to chat up some of our possible romance interests, starting with Cullen.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Would you be more confident if I brought back Templars instead?
I'd be less worried about the thin veil resulting in mass possession. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Just looking for any flirting stuff? Talk to me about the Templars.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
The Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
All right, is there anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Leliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
I should let you get back to work.
All right, right over here should be Cassandra. Oh, she's talking to somebody.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it. It never ends, evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Alright. And we will make the rounds and chat with everybody. It's been... Oh, I think someone's over here. Let's look at the map. Nope, nobody's over here. Iron Bull is inside. Oh, he's right here.
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
I'm impressed by what Cullen has accomplished with the troops.
Damn right. It takes time to build a group into a team, but he's got their loyalty. Now he just needs them to make a decent shield wall, and they'll be good to go. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
The Inquisition has done all right so far without an Inquisitor.
That's because all we've needed so far is damage control, reaction. A group can handle that. Once you've sealed the breach, it's gonna be time to make decisions. Someone's gonna have to step up. Who knows? Maybe you sealed the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could.
O Creator, see me kneel, for I walk only where you would bid me. Stand only in place.
Alright, since we're here, let's chat with Varric. Here he is.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I was planning to put my feet up, maybe grab a nap. You?
Whatever I do, it'll be as far from Cassandra as I can get. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Good advice.
Researcher Menave wishes to use some inexpensive spirits. What for? She wishes to light creatures' corpse on fire to determine whether it is specifically vulnerable to heat.
Oh. All right.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all-touched Lady Herald?
I think I'll enjoy having you around, Sera. I hope you'll feel the same.
Woof. See you, Herald. Herald. Have to do something about that.
Woof. All right, let's keep moving.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe now.
There are people up here, I guess. We have Solus. It's been a while.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
You came here to help, Solus. I won't let them use that against you.
How would you stop them?
However I had to.
Thank you. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
All right, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Magic exists to serve man.
Oh, wait, there's somebody else in here.
I'm not saying that the Chantry doesn't do good work. There's more to life than singing.
Dorian, hello.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halam-Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic, then.
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities. Believe me.
Of course I believe you. The moment I saw you, I thought, there's a man who knows quality. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
So the flirting with Dorian is going to be a little weird because he, of course, in the vanilla game, he likes the boys, and to use the mod that we're using makes it so that we can flirt with him and romance him, but you can't really change voiced lines. So he would, if this goes further, he'll definitely refer to us as a guy. Let's see.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Oh, I wonder if we get to judge. I don't recall.
You can't be happy giving up your whole life to make.
Okay, so I think maybe there is someone around
Butler
here.
has stand on us.
Yep, okay.
I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports. There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
I'm gonna let her do her job.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Okay. Just that. And the other person over here. Let's see if we picked up so much stuff. Now, this is just a thing that gets us power. It gets us 1 power if we need it. We'll hold off on that. We need more to kill more spiders to get this thing. Feraldum Tome and a Medallion of Service. That's from maybe the Fallow Mire? I'm not sure. Oh no, that's from the War Table.
I saw the leader of the Bull's charges, that Iron Bull. He's some...
Now, Vivian, hello.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
The last thing we need are abominations running amok.
It's good to see someone with an understanding of the situation. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
There are no Templars among the Fashath.
My dear, your people cut the tongues from mages they deem dangerous, just as the Qunari do. And they kill those they deem too weak to resist demons. Your people are no kinder than any other. For those who value survival, sentimentality is not an option. Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
Saying mages should be free? A big issue with Vivian. So let's see what she would say. She is the head of a circle, right? Maybe we say this one. I like... Maybe... I don't know. Need mages in the Chantry? I don't know about that. I think we say we want the circle back. There needs to be something, right? The way that they... It's so weird because there's this dichotomy between the gameplay elements of the Dragon Age games and the lore. The lore is that mages are super, super dangerous and not to be trusted. They murder people all the time, and you have a few incidents of mages going bad. But gameplay, all of the mages we meet that go into our party are really cool and interesting and are not, I guess, not destroy the world, I guess is what I'm going to say. So the mages you meet are really cool and nice, but the lore is mages are really, really terrible. So it's really hard to say. I mean, it's really easy to say mages should be free because we met all the good ones. But there definitely needs to be some oversight. So we'll say we need the circle back.
The circle has to be restored if we want to keep the peace.
That's comforting to hear, but you'll find opposition to the idea even among friends. It's something to consider, my dear.
All right, cool.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
You disapprove of something the Chantry did? Are you allowed to do that?
That largely depends upon one's company. While surrounded by those declared heretics already, I am safe enough. In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
And I think Josephine is the last.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
I don't know if we want to say that the Chantry's incompetent. What do you think Josephine would like us to say? Let's go with this.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Orlesian politics, Lady Montelier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit. While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I mean, we don't know if that was Andraste. So it's either this or I don't claim to be holy. Yeah, let's go with that.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Yeah, it really seems like
we can use that.
Josephine and Cassandra and Cullen all really want us to say that it was Andraste. It would lend weight to the Inquisition. But, you know, we just don't know what happened. It's really hard to tell. I think what we want is on this side. Maybe it's this thing
Has
over
Cassandra
here.
spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
We still need to do that. What is this? Request from Hasmol. Oh, Hard in Hightown. Oh, we did that. An ally from Starkhaven. Cordial greetings, Sebastian Vile, Soul Heir. I retook the throne of this great city from those who sought to gain it through unjust means. As the most devoted adherent to the Chantry, I felt the lost and most holy Justinian V. Keenly, I too hoped for a resolution of the terrible conflict that claimed the lives of hundreds in Kirkwall, and now threatens to claim all of Thedas. I asked Starhaven's aid and friendship. I mean, we don't have much choice here. I will send emissaries, though the Free Marches cities have always been independent, earning the support of the most prosperous ones, may be to our advantage. Sounds good. Got some gold. Alright, let's look at this. In your heart shall burn. 8 to 11. We're level 8. We're always super low level for these. Join forces with your new allies to assault the heart of the breach and close it once. Whoa, 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 whoa. We are not ready for that. Hold on, hold on. Who's Hasmel? Commander Cullen. I understand the Inquisition is working with Redcliffe's mages. I'm surprised someone from Kirkwall would condone the agreement. Hasmel's circle sustained significant damage during the uprisings. Okay, so we're talking to a circle, right? And this is the Templar that is there. The head of the Templars that are there. Furthermore, we have loyalist mages with us. Hasmel's people would happily throw themselves to the wolves, even though they had nothing to do with the rebellion. As it stands, I fear we may fail in our duty to protect them. I trust you sympathize. Huh. We have a few Templars of our own. Hasmel's Templars will be comfortable working with them. Hostility towards mages remains, but there are ways to travel without drawing notice. We can arrange safe passage from Hasmel and let the city's leaders believe they owe us a favor. I think this one is the one that we want. I mean, he did directly... This is sent to Cullen, so I think that might be the best thing. We got some influence. No dangerous items fall into the hands of unsuspecting scavengers. We'll join you ourselves. Alright. So that's everything over here. I think we're going to hold off on the... Oh, Red Jenny. Alright, well, I'm going to back out of this. And we're going to wrap up here for today. I want to see if there's any good side content to do before we seal the breach once and for all. So we're going to figure out that in the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. Take care.